Who do you want more? Goff or Jimmy G?
Jimmy G.
Listen to me. If I'm Carolina, I'm calling Detroit
on the number 2 pick
to get up in the draft. Not so much for Goff, but to get up to number 2. If you're the Lions, do you consider a move with Goff? You can just draft Malik Willis, and you can send Goff. You're trying to tell me the Indianapolis Colts or somebody like that wouldn't die to have Jared Goff right now? And I mean that legitimately.
Yes, I agree.
Jared Goff's price tag will never be as high for you right now. Will never be as high.
Good call, Doc. And good call to you, my man, Rock.
Could you envision the Lions now taking calls on Jared Goff? Because
they might have been already.
New Orleans, Carolina, even though but if you're Carolina, you're sitting there for Willis at 6.
You got to come up, buddy. You got to come up to get him now.
Malik Willis at number 2 is legitimately in play for the Detroit Lions right now, in my opinion, more than he has ever been in the history of all of this talk of NFL mock drafts, this, that, and the other thing. Because I think Goff is now somebody that a team like Indianapolis, that a team like New Orleans would legitimately try to get now.
Well, New Orleans gave all that money to, what's his name?
Not Jameis.
No, not Jameis. What's his name?
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill,
which I'll never understand in a million years. Why they gave that guy all that quarterback money. That's your quarterback now. They're gonna get Jameis. I told you before. They're gonna get Jameis and him. They're gonna go back and forth. And they're gonna win 6 games if they're lucky. The Cleveland Browns hit the jackpot. Congratulations to the fans of Cleveland. You got what we really wanted here in Detroit. But guess what? Your team was more ready than our team, thanks to Quinn and Patricia.
Adam, let me tell you, and I just want to reiterate this because this is what people have to think about over the weekend now. With Deshaun Watson going to Cleveland, any other team that was hoping to make a splash at quarterback has now missed out. Jared Goff's value will never be as big as it is right now.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
If you're the GM of the New Orleans Saints, do you call the Lions? Just yes or no?
Yes.
Why not?
Okay. Wow, I'm surprised. If you're Carolina, do you call the Lions about Jared Goff?
Yes.
You guys are actually insane. The only team that would maybe consider him is Indianapolis.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't
Jimmy
disagree with
Garoppolo
you.
I
is
put
available.
them as the leader.
Jimmy Garoppolo is available.
Is he really available?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Trey Lance, from what Peter Schrager is saying, is ready to Mahomes the league, in his words. So the Niners will move off of him. They're in no rush. What are they expecting out of him? Can the Indianapolis Colts afford Jared Goff more so than Jimmy G? Sure. That's the only situation that makes sense. But why, as a GM, when I'm in a rebuild, Carolina don't think they're winning the Super Bowl.
They already got Darnold and they paid him the fifth-year
they're messed
option.
up.
Yeah,
New Orleans, they're sticking with Jameis. Who else? Who's going to call Brad Holmes about? It doesn't add up to me. You're not getting a 26, 28-year-old quarterback.
He's 26.
Yeah, he's 20.
He ain't
Look,
28.
Doesn't add up to me.
I
Doesn't
don't
add
know.
up.
I mean, look.
I
try
like
to
what
think
you're
of
saying.
I try to think of it from the other team's point of view.
Yeah.
If I'm Ballard, I'm calling Detroit, and I'm calling San Francisco.
Who do you want more?
If I'm-
Goff or Jimmy G?
Jimmy G.
Listen to me. If I'm Carolina, I'm calling Detroit
On the number 2 pick.
to get up in the draft. Not so much for Goff, but to get up to number 2.
Yeah, but I don't think his value is so much higher now than Watson, because Watson was always going, right?
Who's left?
Well,
Jimmy
it was always
G.
Jimmy G, and that was
Jimmy
it.
G is it. What if you miss out on What if you miss out on Jimmy
Yeah,
G?
but who can only miss out? Indianapolis. Nobody else.
Indianapolis is intriguing.
Denver have their quarterback. Seattle's going to draft a quarterback. Carolina want to draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
That's where it makes sense. I think the argument here is the number 2 pick just became more valuable, not Jared Bum.
But that's kind of where I'm going with it too. The number 2 pick is more valuable because I think Malik Willis is more in play for the Detroit Lions now at 2, because I think Jared Goff is a player that teams will call on. The Indianapolis Colts will call about him. I think the New Orleans Saints are a team that may pick up the phone and call. Are you going to get Jameis back? Maybe. I don't know what Jameis's health is. I don't know what he's going to command in terms of a contract. I don't know any of that. Jimmy G, I don't know what his health is. I don't know what his value is. I think Jimmy G's a really good player, but teams around the league,
if I may,
don't care too much
for
him.
We're forgetting that poor Matt Ryan has been basically kicked
available.
He's kicked in the gonads. They're going to pay him as bonus, but they said, let's wait a few days, Matt. We want to see if we're going to get Deshaun Watson. Has Matt already checked out of Atlanta? Does he go somewhere? I know he has a high price tag.
The only problem with Indianapolis is they have nothing to offer you.
Thank you.
That's not true. They will find something.
They will find a way to do it, but the problem
is,
again,
dug deep.
Matt
They
Ryan,
dug 6 years deep.
Of course. Matt Ryan, Jared Goff, and Jimmy Garoppolo. Those are the options right now.
Yep.
To all you dumbasses in the chat, Jared Goff is not worth a first-round pick. He was traded away
That is correct.
with 2 first-round picks and a third-round pick. Nobody's giving a first-round pick for Jared Goff.
Correct.
Get that dream out of your head.
Fact.
Please.